Gonna get started here in just a second. How's it going? So we're about halfway done with this coin ring. I'm gonna be finishing it up on this live. I'm just honestly eating a cheeseburger. I'm getting some food in me real quick, and then we're gonna get started. Shouldn't take me very long. All right. So we already started stretching this one out a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and re-anneal it, and then we'll stretch it out the rest of the way. This is 90% silver. It's a proof. And I've got years available for this type of coin ring, or a 92 up to 98. 90% silver, half dollars, and quarters. If anybody wants to get one, the link is on my profile. Dry it off a little bit. If y'all wouldn't mind tapping the screen, we're almost at 400 likes. That's pretty dang good. Not too shabby. I'm gonna go over here to the ring stretcher and just stretch this out a little bit more. That's pretty good. Check the ring size. It's about a 13. We're shooting for 11 and a half. So the next thing we're going to do is wrap this up in some Teflon tape and send it down a Swedish wrap. I'm still getting used to these larger rolls of tape. I'm used to much smaller ones. They're a little easier to work with, but I was like, there's so much tape on these, I've got to get them. I think next time I will probably get the smaller roll. So this tape helps keep the detail on the coin as we send it through this die. So that's why I use it. This is called Monster Tape. It's like super strong Teflon plumbing tape. Nice. Now we gotta find the right die. Alright, can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? My phone was doing some goofy stuff. That one's too big. That's what it looks like now. What I'm going to do is flip it over, just even it up. It's looking pretty good. Right now it's right at a size 11. Is this in order or just have it? It's in order. So I'm going to have to stretch this out just a little bit. I think I'm actually going to remove this edge first and see if it's the right size after that. It's really close. So I'll show you on the inside here, there's a little lip from the coin. You can see it on the outside too. On the inside it gets a little uncomfortable, so I like to cut that off. Much better. Where's the best place to get a reamer like this? This is a deburring tool. You can just get it at a hardware store. They're pretty common. This one I got for like 10 bucks at a hardware store. This one I got on Amazon for I think 15. They're relatively cheap. You got a question? What's your question? There we go. So now it's actually a little over on 11.5, so we're going to reduce it just a little bit on both sides. Why is my phone not charging? There we go. I'm actually going to start with this side. I'm just going to make little changes until we get it where we want it. That's pretty much spot on right there. Yep. Right at 11.5. That's perfect. You're looking for a 2011 MA quarter. Is there such thing? You can't seem to find one. MA, is that Massachusetts? So for the state quarters, they only made them, they made like 5 of them a year from 1999 to I think 2008, 2009, something like that. So it's really tricky to get a specific year on a specific state quarter. So for Massachusetts, the only year they made them is 2000. If that makes sense. I know that's kind of tricky. Coin facts, but that's what it is. That's the only year they made them. All right, let's clean this up a little bit. Oh, no problem. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. I love, sharing information, educating people, helping people through confusing stuff or whatever. Whatever it is. If you've got a question, let me know. Look at how shiny that silver gets. So nice. So this is just 4040 steel wool. So super fine steel wool. And that just helps knock some of this fire scale off of there. And bring back that silver shine to it. Look at that. So nice. Ooh. A little bit of a Butterfingers today. So I finally got a coffee. So once that starts flowing, I think I'll be all right. Well, if anybody would like to order a coin ring and see it get made on this TikTok live, you can go visit my website. It's linked in my profile. There's also a little gold chain by the chat down here that'll show you my products. Lots of cool stuff on there. And I like making stuff for people live, so we can kind of chit-chat and go back and forth about your order. So if that's something you're interested in, that's how you do it. Or if you have any questions, put them in the chat. How much? It really depends on what you'd like to get. I have about 50 different types of coin rings. So I would suggest just visiting the website and looking at the prices there. Unless you have a specific type you would like. Then I can tell you what the price of that would be. But listing off the price of all 50 rings is pretty tricky. Oh, it's great. So we're just going to set this in the pickle here. This is going to help shine it up a little bit more. Get the rest of that fire scale off of there. And I'm going to hop over to the computer and see if we've got any orders. This is cool. Looks like we've got the matching quarter for this one. So we just did the $50 from this set. Now we're going to do the quarter. $7.50. All right, 3,300 likes so far. That's pretty solid. This is a very pretty quarter. It's going to make a great ring. Look at the feathers on the chest there. wicked. Oh, let's punch a hole in it. This is a 90% silver, proof 1997 quarter. I've got 92 up to 98 available in this type of coin ring, if anyone's interested. I also have a lot of other year ranges and different types of coins I make into rings. With nickels, I don't do anything. Mercury dimes I can make into pretty tiny rings. And dimes and pennies I make into cowboy hats, which are pretty cute. I can also make quarters and half dollars into cowboy hats. We are making this silver quarter into a coin ring for one of my customers. There we go. Yeah, if you guys have never seen me before, I'm Coin Ring Maker. I make coins into rings. I think they're pretty cool, and if you do too, I sell them on my website, which is linked on my profile. Go check it out. There's also like a little gold chain, I think somewhere around here, over there, somewhere down there. Y'all see it? You can tap on that and see some of my products as well, without having to leave the live, which is pretty cool. So now we're going to clean up this inside edge here, because it's kind of rough and sharp. We'll just smooth that out. Oh, you make them also? That's sweet. I really enjoy it. Always nice to meet a fellow coin ring maker. Wow. Yeah, I haven't tried to make nickels into rings yet. They seem pretty finicky. So that's impressive. Let's see. How much if you send a coin? It costs exactly the same. So, for example, this is a 90% silver quarter. These are $100 each. If you sent me one, it would be $100. It's a lot more work for me personally to do custom orders. I don't mind doing them, but at this point I have to basically charge exactly the same to kind of encourage people to order the coins that I have on hand. It just saves me a lot of trouble. All right, let's heat this up. But if you would like to do that, I do have a button on my profile that says get a quote. If you just go check that out, tap on it, give me as much information about the coin as you can, as well as your ring size, and we can work from there. You ordered another one too? Yeah, that's what we're working on right now. That's why I was like, oh, I need to get them in here. I'll give you a real close look at it. I did already punch it. So we punched it and annealed it once, but we still got some more work to do. Come on, phone, stand down. All right. I'm going to give this a nice fold in my doming block here. This is going to make a really nice set, I think. Actually, let me show you. Pull this other one out of the pickle and show you the accompanying $50. What is the piece on the bottom of my press? It's just kind of like a little spinny wheel. This came with the press. These blue things are like little finger nubs I wear when I'm using like power tools. What's that called? A flex shaft? Yeah, when I use my flex shaft for polishing, I use those to hold the rings because they get pretty hot. Not sure which one you were talking about. How do I damper without marking the inside of the ring? So when I'm using a die, like a Swedish wrap like this one, I will wrap my rings in Teflon plumbing tape. And when I'm stretching my rings on my ring stretcher, I use this blue like automotive shop paper towel so that there's never metal on metal contact. And that helps save a lot of detail. So you can get cool stuff like this. Look at that. If it will focus at all, my word. See if we can get real close with it. No. Do the old hand trick. There we go. So this is the accompanying silver-proof $50 that's going to go out with the silver-proof quarter that we're working on right now. It's very pretty. The round disc on the bar that comes out. Yeah, this it just came with the press. I don't know. It's just a little table with holes in it. Yeah. All right. Let's get back to it. Yeah, it's just a 1-ton arbor press. Above it. This, oh, thank you very much. This is a doming block. I like to use ball bearings. Sometimes these come with rods. So they come with rods that look like this. I had a lot of trouble using these things, so I just cut the rod out and use ball bearings instead. These are a lot easier to keep centered and get even pushes with. These things like to move around a lot, and it's hard to get them just lined up. So I much prefer ball bearings. So if you're gonna get a doming block, don't waste your money getting one with a bunch of rods. Just get a small set of ball bearings and a doming block by itself. That'll save you a little bit of money. Not really. I don't push on them very hard. So I keep a lot of detail. I stop right before it hits the bottom, and this is relatively smooth. So it's not rough or anything. And the ball bearing's rather smooth as well. And this is a 17-degree die. We're just gonna fold it a little bit more in here. And I've got I don't know, this is like a wood composite cone. I use this on the silver. I do have a steel one that I'll use on copper because it's a little tougher. But we can just fold it down a little bit more like that. And we've still got really good detail all the way around here. Looks really nice. Now we're gonna sand this cut edge smooth real quick. And I just do that to reduce the chance of it splitting as I stretch it out. Looks like we just got an order in. If you're in here, thank you very much. I'm gonna hop over to the ring stretcher now. And we've got our blue paper towel that we're gonna have in between our ring and our stretcher. You just kind of pull that up a little bit. Sometimes with the quarters, they need a little bit of help to get on there. You just kind of pinch the top and work it down. This one's being tricky. I have to stretch it out a little without, just so we have enough room for the paper towel. With larger coins, that's not such a big deal, but there we go. We'll get that paper towel in there. Yeah. And this is just a 7.5, so we don't even have to stretch it very far at all. Stretch it right about there and start reducing it. You sent me an order? Heck yeah, we'll be working on that as soon as I finish this one. Awesome. If anybody else wants to order anything, my website link is in my profile. You can also tap the gold chain at the bottom of the screen here, or the shopping bag on my profile, because I'm fancy. Check the size on it. It's about an 8, so we're going to go a little bit further. You make gold chains? No. There's just a gold, I guess yellow, I'll start saying yellow chain down here by the chat you can tap on. I wish they picked a different icon, because a lot of people get confused. Perfect 7.5. No, you're good, you're good. 7.5. I work on silver and copper. No gold yet. Link. Okay, yeah. Get a real good look at this. It's got some cool kind of golden toned fire scale on it, which is pretty neat. Do I anneal? Yeah, that's what this fire scale's from, is annealing. So we're gonna knock that off right now. Go here and get some, this is very, very fine steel wool. This is like 4-0 steel wool. And we're just gonna knock that fire scale off and bring the silver shine back. It's my favorite part. It's so pretty. Thank you. Yeah, I think this is gonna make a really nice set. It's really cool. Oh yeah, I love it. Sometimes I sit back and I say, did I just really make this? Like, it's so pretty. How could I possibly make something so pretty? Lots of practice. Look how shiny it is. Beautiful reeded edge. Excellent detail on the inside here. Liberty on the top. 97 on the bottom. Very nice. Yeah, I can do silver. What liquid do I use for annealing? I just use water. These are 90% silver, so these are $100. They also got this one with it as well. So this is a 90% silver half dollar from 1997. It's a great set. This is really cool. But this one's 150 and this one's 100. I also do them in copper. So the copper quarters are 20. Uh, 77 I can do in copper. I don't have anything from 77 in silver. Like the late 60s up to, I don't know, the 70s and 80s are just tricky to get silver. They didn't start doing proof sets until 92. So there's kind of a weird gap between 64 and 92 for silver stuff. You basically have to find like Olympic commemorative coins or stuff like that. I know, right? I'm sorry. These came out really nice. Look at that. Pretty. Well, I'm gonna put this one in the pickle for a little bit and start working on that order we just got in. Now, if anybody else wants to order anything, website link is in my profile. Let's see what it is. Missouri. There we go. It's going to be a size 12.5. So you skipped on that gold plating, huh? I just added that. What does pickling do again? It's an acid, so it's, let me show you, it's Sparex. This is what it's called, Sparex. And I mix that with water, and that just kind of like burns away anything on the metal that isn't the metal itself. It just helps with cleaning a lot. Like the really small stuff I can't really just rub off. It's very good. It's just removing fire scale mostly. I grabbed a Massachusetts, you're right. Good eye. That's not what we're doing. Missouri. Okay, that's better. Does it eat any impurities? Kind of. It's not a super strong acid, but it definitely helps kind of dissolve anything that's kind of been baked onto the metal. Saves some elbow grease. Do you have to order Sparex? That's what I did. I just got it on Amazon. And, I mean, this bag, I've used maybe like a fifth of it. You really don't need a whole lot. But when you do use it, don't put steel tools inside to pick up stuff. You want to get like copper tweezers, okay? You want to use copper to pick stuff out of it because steel will contaminate it. That's going good, man. So we're about to get started on this here coin ring. I'll punch a hole in it real quick. And the Sparex, or the pickle solution, also works better if it's warm. I can make a size 14 in half dollars, and American Eagles. Quarters, they're just not big enough. The biggest I can do quarters is a size 13. This one's going to be a 12.5, so you'll get to see what that looks like. But yeah, I can't do 14. That's just too big. But for a half dollar, 100%, I can totally do that. Did you do the pin too? No, I haven't made the pin or the keychain yet. Those are going to be something I'm going to work on later today. There we go. But I do have your center punches set aside here. So they're gorgeous, man. There's the $50 one. Pretty cool. But yeah, I'll work on these later today. Yeah, I need to get product photos of those on the website so that people can see what an example is. Now, one's going to be a keychain and one is going to be like a pin you can put on your hat or your shirt. I'll kind of show you the piece I used to do it. So it looks like this. Like a two-piece thing, like a little needle. And that center punch will be right there. Got a little silver hanging out. 6,800 likes on this live so far. Thank you very much. We're just going to clean up this inside edge. What's the tool called used to punch the many holes in those small pieces? That is this thing. This is what I use for super small holes. It's made by Capri. And this is just a heavy-duty hole punch thing. I tried a couple different hole punches. There's one from like Impress brands. They make stamps, and I kept breaking those. This thing I've never had any problems with. It's really strong. I can get through like even Morgan dollars with it. It's a great tool. So if you want to take a screenshot of that brand, it's called Capri. It comes with different size punches too. It's pretty cool. Great for making keychains. Nice. It says I'm paused. How's that possible? What's the brass thing you use for the first center punch called? That is a Jason's Works auto center punch. So this is a super specialty coin ring making tool. These are rather expensive. They're designed so that any size coin you put in here will move up this cone and auto center itself. They also have like different size punches. It's a great tool. Not something I recommend for someone who's just getting started out. This is a better option. This is specifically 4/4 and it only does 1/2-inch punches. I got a lot of mileage out of this thing before I upgraded to this other one. You can find this on my recommended tool list on my website if you're interested. Make sure we get this really smooth because this is going to be a big ring. We're going to have to stretch it out a bunch. Hello. Check it out. Got a Missouri quarter. What do you do with the shavings? Do you melt them down? Eventually. Right now, I just keep them separated. So these are my copper ones. This is 90% silver, and this is fine silver. Eventually, I will melt this down and try and mold some stuff out of it. I don't have a forge yet, so somewhere in the future. Almost got 7,000 likes. That's very nice. Very nice. No doubt. Yeah, I've held off on it because I've got 2 young boys, so I'm really worried that they're gonna mess with it. So I'm trying to find like a safer model, something that I can put up. I don't know. Looking around, they get pretty hot. How long did it take me to build up my stock? I've been doing this for 2.5 years. I started with just coins that were out in circulation, and just slowly grew to what I have now. So I'd say about 2.5 years. Yeah, I could. That's something I definitely want to do in the future, is make my own pours. I'd really like to make my own coins that I could then make into rings. Like that's definitely something I would like to do. But it's quite an investment to take on a project like that. How much is the ring on the top of your new page? You'll just have to tap on that listing to see. I'm not sure what's there. I think it's the Aztec ring, and those are 150. Go 12.5. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? Am I back? Is it better now? Just on the edge of 12.5. It's so close. There we go. 12.5. Pretty cool. Yeah. I said something here. Will it focus? It goes all the way up to 13 on $half and dollar rings. Really? Should be higher than that. Which $half did you look at? Let me look at these. Huh. Let me fix it. That should be at least 16. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't know why I haven't got that set up correctly. Okay, so I fixed it on the 90s $half. We've got Morgan dollar. That goes up to 16, so that's right. Franklin. 16. Okay. Kennedy. 16. P-Star. 16. Okay. Walking Liberty. 16. Yeah, okay. So that should be fixed now. What size were you needing, Britt? There you go, up to 16 now. If you need something bigger than that, let me know. 14? Okay. Then we should have that working for you. If it's still not working, tell me which specific listing you're trying to do. Thank you very much. 1,000 likes. I do appreciate it. We're almost at 10K. And y'all out here just watching a coin while I edit my website. I do appreciate y'all being patient with me while I work on that. If you guys see anything else weird on my website, please let me know. I can quickly fix it. There's a lot going on there. Some stuff slips under my radar. So I really do appreciate you pointing that out. Thank you very much. You can use the coupon code WELCOME to save 10% as a thank you. Britt, don't forget to use that coupon. Just type in WELCOME and it'll save you 10% off whatever you get. Thank you very much. Am I able to fix the small wave? On these larger quarters, there's not a whole lot I can do about that little wave. Is the lip side on the inside of the quarter uncomfortable? Not really. I can remove it if you want to. It's like less than a millimeter. And it gets flattened a little by the ring stretcher itself. So it's not uncomfortable at all. This outside one sticks out further than the one on the inside. But I can remove that if you want me to. It's barely even there. So it's not too bad. Like I left the lip on this one and it doesn't bother me at all. It's on the bigger stuff like $half and dollars. It can be quite uncomfortable. But yeah, that's a good looking ring right there. If anybody has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. If you want to see a coin ring made for you on this live, go visit the website, order something, and I will get to work on it for you. This ring actually came in on the live not that long ago, and we're pretty much done with it. Looks pretty good. I will admit there is a little bit of a dip right there from stretching. Start of a thin spot, but it's barely noticeable. And if you wear the state on the outside, you won't notice it all. It's like way back here. The best thing to do with uneven rings is stretch them up about 2 sizes and then reduce them down to your target size. You may have to do that about 1 to 3 times, but it should even those out. That's what I found to work the best. You can also kind of a sneaky trick, but like for a larger ring, if it's kind of uneven, you can set it on a small die like this. You'll want the top of this die to be smaller than the ring you're working on. And then you can put a 17-degree cone on top and just kind of push it. And that can work on one side of the ring without messing up the other one, like you would on a ring stretcher. But I work between those two techniques to straighten out my rings. Usually just stretch it and reduce it and stretch it and reduce it until it gets to be the shape I like. Yeah. See if we've got anything else to make. We're pretty much caught up there. If you guys want to visit the website and order something, I'll work on it for you. For now, get started on these pins. We've got 2 we're going to work on. Right here, okay. There's the first one. Aztec is what coin? Let me show you. It's pretty. It looks like this. These make super awesome rings. I really, really like how these come out. They got great detail on them. And like the way it's cut, it kind of throws light in different directions. It's really nifty. The person who got the 1997s, are you still in here? So I'm wondering which way you'd like this facing. Do you want heads out, or do you want tails out? He's still here? I may have to ask him. Yes? Okay, do you want heads out or tails out? I think tails looks pretty solid, but they both have really nice detail. Yeah, it's a tough call. His hair looks pretty sick. Yeah, for the pin. The keychain will show both sides. Hey, I could just make it into a keychain for you if you want. That way you get to see both sides. I totally wouldn't mind. You want to do tails out? Or I'm going to give you like 1 minute to say if you want a keychain instead. If not, say tails again. Do a keychain? Okay. No, you're cool. You're cool. I don't mind upgrading you. Not at all. You've been a very nice customer. Do a little polish up. And we'll throw a jump ring on it. Where's my bag of jump rings? This is my sign to clean my work area up a little bit. You know? There's one. No, you're totally fine. Screen record if you like. I do also repost these lives on my YouTube channel, Coin Ring Maker. So feel free to sub there and check it out later. Nice. That looks cool. That is a great looking keychain. I think you made the right decision. That is wicked. Well, guys, I'm all caught up here with my orders, so I'm going to hop off for a minute and get this stuff finished up and packaged out. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope y'all have a great day, and I hope I can catch you on a live soon. Bye.